I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
That's Thor Jurgensen back with his new hit single, Too Sexy for My Axe. Welcome to Dial H for Heroclix. This is episode 56. I am your host, Hunter Smith. With me today is my cousin and good friend, Austin Smith.
Hola.
And the man who I forgot to write a good joke for today, Mr. Drew Alderson.
Unforgettable.
If you haven't heard, he's on a podcast.
I am on a podcast.
Today we will be talking about advice for GenCon. Hopefully as a lot of you guys will be able to make it out and join us at GenCon next week. Biggest Heroclix tournament still to this day, and luckily it's a good thing now because WizKids is trying to open it up and have more other big tournaments. But for now, GenCon is still the number one, the biggest, the world's. But it sounds like with these other tournaments that they're wanting to start running like
Internationals.
The international type stuff. Like maybe they're going to start, opening things up. We're going to talk about a lot of you guys have been emailing asking, I'm going to Gen Con for the first time. What do I need to know? Just for the con and also for playing, Heroclix. So we're going to give you advice as some guys who have been to Gen Con multiple times, played Heroclix at Gen Con last year. Just some general advice for you guys who are newbies, and hopefully we can help you avoid some mistakes that...
I love how we're the experience now after last year's fucking fiasco of an event.
And then we'll also briefly talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's move into news, where there's surprisingly more news than I thought there was.
You lied to us.
I didn't think there was going to be any, but
I'm the one who posted it.
At least none of it is that big. First of all, we have a solicit for Yu-Gi-Oh! The Series 3. Series 2 is not out yet, for those of you who don't follow Yu-Gi-Oh! Clicks too closely. Series 2 is due out in a couple months, and I think at the end of September, and that's also when the OP events start. Series 3, let's see, pre-orders are due by September. It's scheduled to release on the 12th. We'll see how that goes because the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Set got delayed like crazy. So we'll see.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, so potentially we will have Yu-Gi-Oh! Series 3 in November.
When's the OP event supposed to land? Or start?
The end of September, I believe.
So they're going to try to coincide the releases with the event.
That would be nice. If it does work out, that'll be nice. But regardless, there will be 20 figures in this set. 8 commons, 5 uncommons, 3 rare, 2 super rare, and 2 chase.
Okay.
A little bit better distribution than some of the other things that we see.
Still stupid, though.
At least there's more figures than Wave 2. Wave 2 seems kind of silly to even
Why
put on
Why
its
didn't
own.
you just put 2 more figures in the set, make 4 rares, 3 super rares, and then 2 chase figures?
Then we have some people have been sending us pictures of the con exclusive constructs.
Not con exclusive. Is it confirmed?
Yeah, well, these are the ones that you get in the Con in Your Store program, which on that solicit for the Con in Your Store program, it says a group of con exclusive constructs. And these are not in the white and black lantern packs, and they supposedly will not be in the other battery packs. So these, I believe,
they look like
some of them at least.
Most of them look like the ones that come with Green Lanterns, except they're other colors, like the sniper rifle.
No, the bulldozers, the stop sign, and I think there's one other one. Supposedly are only in the con.
Yeah, but I mean like
there's the net and the mallet and all the other stuff. But the bulldozer and the because notice there's a white and black bulldozer, and they are not in the white and black battery pack. And there's also this stop signs, and I believe they got spoiled what they do too. Let me see if I can find them. Let's see if they updated them on Realms. I know that the Bulldozer is really cool. I really want to get a hold of it, actually. It does Force Blast, and you can treat people that are 4 squares in line of fire as if they were adjacent when you rolled the Force Blast, and it affects that person and up to 2 people adjacent to them.
Oh, that's cool.
So it can Force Blast multiple people back. The stop sign, I can't remember exactly what it does. It's something very specific, so I'll have to find it here.
There you go.
There's a stop sign. Stop sign is 8 points. This character can use Outwit and Plasticity. When it uses Outwit, it can only counter speed powers.
That's still really good.
What are other ones? Bulldozer. This character can use Force Blast. When it does, it may target an opposing character within 4 squares in line of fire, and all characters adjacent to that opposing character.
Sniper Rifle and Spotlight are on there too.
And it also is only 4 points. That's really good because we need more cheap construct options. Yeah. And then
Spotlight
Sniper Rifle we've already seen.
Spotlight.
Where's that?
Up.
Spotlight. This character can use improved targeting, ignores, hindering, so that's good too.
That's insane.
For 6 points.
Sniper Rifle.
So, those could be useful. Hopefully, not only will they only be in the con in your storage thing, but hopefully those will be kind of what they did with the Bat Belt items last year at GenCon, where every time you play a Royale, they throw one in. Every time you do a side tournament, they give you one. We'll see.
We'll see how Wiz gets.
I'm hoping that that's how they do it. They give everybody who participates in a side event one or something like that. What else we got? We have confirmation that there is a gladiator zombie chase. Nothing too specific. Honestly, he doesn't look that good for his point value, to me at least. And he really has nothing special except for an extra trait that basically makes him worse as he misses attacks.
Yeah, every time he misses an attack, he modifies a different combat value, -1.
Personally, I don't really care about him. We have not only better gladiators, but we have gladiators that aren't chases and don't cost an arm and a leg and a left nut to
Now,
acquire.
this next one, Hunter.
This next one is not official, so don't take us at 100% because this is the first I've seen anything on this, and it is not an official spoiler. But there's a Gore the God Butcher image. We don't have an official dial spoiled for it yet, but we do have a picture of the sculpt and the card.
It looks full legit.
It looks absolutely legit.
I mean, like,
if it's a fake, it's a goddamn good one because it's one of the best I've ever seen.
The sculpt looks mass produced. It doesn't look like one that someone handmade. The dial looks normal. I mean, like, it looks legit. And I mean, like, everything seems fine. I couldn't find any typos or anything on the card or anything.
So we're assuming this is in Guardians of the Galaxy. It doesn't necessarily fit in there, but Austin's right. At least he is kind of a cosmic entity in the Marvel universe.
And he gets bonuses versus deities, so, I mean, there's a couple deities in the set.
His point value is 170. He has flight and indom, and a trait where he gets +2 attack when targeting deities, and he deals penetrating to deities. So if you're ever running an event where you have to play, certain keywords and deity's one of them, bring this bad boy because he also has the deity keyword. He has assassin, cosmic, and deity. So he has that trait, and then he also has a special attack power, which I really like, and I hope they do for something similar to this for more figures. The All Black the Necro Sword. He can use Barrier, Blades, and Smoke Cloud. If he rolls a 1 to 3 for Blades, he can use Barrier and Smoke Cloud each as free actions after actions resolve. That's really good.
I like the clarified text where it says each as free actions. Once again, WizKid's actually cleaning up their rules for once.
He could potentially have a defense or a damage power too. We can't really tell because they don't show the backside of the card. But
we don't get a dial, so
I'll link the URL to that in the podcast description so you guys can check it out.
I am hype.
I'm pretty excited.
I love that character in the comics. Getting a figure form makes me so
I think we even talked about on the podcast before when we did our year in review and we were talking about Thor God of Thunder. We were talking about how we wanted a
we did a list of our most wanted pieces, and
I'm sure he
I
was
think
on there.
Gore was my number one.
I mean, if you're a listener of the podcast, you know how much we've talked about that arc.
Yeah, we gave it Best Marvel Book last year on our awards. Next up is actually a big... I mean, right now there's nothing on it very much. There's not much on it, but this is a big... big change in the WizKids rules department. They now finally have an official website instead of you emailing them all your questions. You can go to www.wizkidseventsystem.com, and there is now a rules forum in there mixed with the other event system stuff. And they have forums open, and they just have a couple threads right now, a read-only, and then a general rules discussion. But this will be where you go from now on for your rules questions, and instead of HC Realms. So this will actually, supposedly, to my knowledge, be officially ran solely by WizKids.
Which I'm totally on board with.
Which, absolutely, we all are on board with, because then you're not getting answers from random users who are usually wrong. I can't tell you how many times as a
There's
judge.
a lot.
Matter of fact, I just had this same situation last week. We had a thing come up during that tournament last Saturday, the big one, where a player was playing against the Green Lantern Power Battery, and it was all matched up, so that triggers the green effect, where the opponent can only do one free action. Each character can only do one free action per turn, correct?
Yeah.
Iron Man takes a free action to burn a ring. The player then declares running shot,
No.
moves half his value, and then goes to make the attack, and his opponent says, no, you can't do that. And so they call me over and explain it to me, and I'm like, yeah, he can't do anything. And the player's like, can I change my movement then if I have to do, he's like, do I have to running shot? I'm like, technically you already declared it. So technically, yes, you have to do your running shot. He's like, do I have to stay here where I moved before I went to do my free action? I'm like, technically, yes.
Yeah, if
You've already done the movement, and then you declared your action. The whole action in itself is not illegal. Otherwise, he would have to take it all back. But see, when you do running shot, you're giving the power action. Technically, you're giving the power action to move half your movement, and then you give a free action. So you're not doing anything illegal until you do the free action, and you don't have to attack. Remember Colossus with his charge thing. He can charge in, hit you, and then charge away half his movement for free and not have to attack just so he can get away automatically. So I was like, if your opponent wants to be nice and let you change your movement or let you take the running shot back, they can. But technically, no. You have to stop here, and the opponent didn't let him take it back because it was the finals of the thing. So the judge at that venue contacted me a couple days ago, Phil, friend of the show, and he was trying to read up on it and explain to them why, I ruled it the way I ruled it. And he got confused because other members on HC Realms on the thread about this question had said the wrong answers and were acting like they totally knew what they were talking about, and they quoted other threads and previous things. The problem was the things they're quoting is not the same situation. There's other
totally
factors going on. And that happens all the time.
The worst one
Another judge was getting confused because people who don't know what they're talking about act like they know what they're talking about on the rules forum, and then they screw things up for everybody. This is the way to go.
Tangents and all that crap too. I'm happy with it because honestly, it comes down to HC Realms is great and all, but it's a private group that's separate from WizKids. They make their own money. They have their own advertising revenue, all that stuff. And WizKids needs to have their official support separate from another private entity. It needs to be part of them, not part of them. I shouldn't have to go join another site just to figure out the answer to a question. I should be able to go to WizKids site.
So from now on, go to www.wizkidseventsystem.com. And again, you guys can always send rules questions to us too here on the podcast. If you want things explained kind of in detail and you want situations and all that good stuff. Excuse me. That will about do it for news. We will move it into... We'll briefly, because we haven't covered it in a long time, and today is our long episode format, just briefly do a What We Played segment. We haven't done one in a while.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If you guys want to comment on some pieces you've played this week, specific ones. Don't have to go through matchups or anything, but just any pieces that you played and how they performed. I'll start us off. Wednesday we played a big event with 1,200 points, and I played the new Sentinels. I like playing Sentinels in big point games. I really want to try out the Days of Future Past ones, and I was very pleased with pretty much every one that I played. I played the new Sentinel Alpha 3, the rare from Days of Future Past. I played one at 300, and I played two more at the 100 point option because they have probability control mainly. Really the only reason I played them. What's really good about this guy at 300, I suggest playing one at 300 because his trait gives friendly characters with Sentinel in their name, the robot keyword, and a lower point value, capture. I captured a 300 point Dark Phoenix, the one that has super senses on, the best one.
Yeah.
And when you hit her to her stop click, everybody heals when she dies and all that stuff. I was like, let's bypass all that and just capture her ass. So I captured her. I captured Guy Gardner in the second game against the Big Green Lantern team. And the capture ability was really useful. And my second opponent was like scared of my little 75 and 50 point Sentinels because they could capture, all solely because of this 300 point Alpha 3. Not only that, he has a great dial. First of all, he has a 19 impervious. And then he has two really good special powers. His attack power gives him either Energy Explosion, Force Blast, or Pulse Wave. You choose at the beginning choose any. You don't have to do it at the beginning. You can see what plays out. That's another thing I liked about it. And then his damage power gives him Outwit, and if he outwits something that gives that person Outwit, he can use it again. Really liked him. The 100 point ones were okay. They just don't have move and attack until the end of their dial. But again, if you're playing them with the 300 guy, and therefore you're giving them capture, they're definitely worth running. And they have probability control. I played a common version of the Sentinel. I played one at 150, and I played another one at 75, I think. Yeah, 75. I do kind of like these guys. I liked the 75 point guy better for his point value because he has Outwit and he has a cool Pulse Wave. They Pulse Wave and they give hit characters action tokens. Then I ran the Alpha Class Colossal, the new one that I did the review on our YouTube channel.
So
this guy is ridiculous. I was so happy with how they played out.
He's meta.
So at first I was going to start him in attack mode, and then after looking at the defense style, I was like, no, I should totally start in defense, move up, then when I'm ready, switch to attack mode when they don't expect it. I would suggest starting your guys in defense mode, but at 350, he starts off with a 20 defense plus whatever power shows on his defense style, either toughness, invul, or impervious, or mastermind to any robot within 4 squares. And he has perplex on top of that. So, and then there's a couple clicks, there's one click where he'll also get +1 defense from his little dial thing. So I'd always perplex my defense up, move up, and he has poison. So I'd go tie up who I need, clear my tokens off, and then when I'm ready, free action. If you have no action tokens, you can swap between the defense and offense. The offense style is ridiculous. 13 attack, 6 damage with Pulse Wave and Exploit. The only problem is the defense value drops to a 16 or 15. So you want to make sure you're ready when you do this. That's why I would suggest starting off with the defense mode first.
Seems like he's a really fun, strategic piece.
He really was.
Want to know one nuts thing about that?
It was a blast. Look at that. Never goes below a 10 attack. Look at those attack values.
He has invincible first click of attack mode. All the clicks he would pretty much land on from attack mode, from invincible,
Have reflexes.
look what he swaps to on defense on those clicks. Like the first 3 clicks, he swaps to regen. So you swap to defense, regen back up, and then you're back on invincible again.
But really, really liked them. They can't be healed because I was like, man, what if you ran the freaking defense ones and you just heal? If they did get killed, you just had a medic heal or get knocked out.
They can...
In their trait, programmed to hunt. They can't be healed while they're in attack mode.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant. All right,
But yeah. I was extremely happy with these. Then I ran the Pogs, the Sentinel Hunters.
Those Pogs are
the
ridiculous.
Sentinel Hunters they're good for their points, but I don't suggest playing them when these Sentinel Sentries exist. Because these are hands down one of the best modern age horror tokens we have. Sentinel Sentry is only 14 points. We've talked about them before. But when they're stacked, they can use Barrier for free, only to place half of their stack. The perfect point value to play them at, and what I play them at, is with 3, because then you're getting 2 tokens. That's really all you usually need, depending on the map. That's enough to block off areas and to keep people from getting to you. On top of that, he has Smoke Cloud, so a lot of times I found myself, and Indom on a freaking Horde token. So a lot of times I found myself using Smoke Cloud over here, controlling positive and negatives, and then blocking off, barriering off over here so this Sentinel can clear, or something like that.
If someone uses barrier multiple times, does it get rid of the previous barriers?
Yeah.
Okay, just wondering. Because I was going to say, could you free action then power action to get more?
No, they can use barrier as a free action. That's the only way they can use it.
Okay, gotcha.
But really good for their point value. Highly suggest trying those guys out too. And then today I finally tried Superior Spider-Man and Spidey 2099. Everybody knows Spidey 2099 is good. I played a comic accurate team. I did really good. I went 2-1. The team I lost to was stacked. It was like Dark Phoenix and Malekith with Knowles. What hammer was on that Malekith? You played him too, Drew. I don't know. The team was ridiculous.
Oh, we didn't have... Yeah, Doc Ock arms.
Yeah, Doc Ock arms. There was no way I was beating it. Plus, he sent in that Sinestro recruit to pulse wave my whole team at the beginning, and it crit hit.
Yeah.
So all my guys took 2 right off. All my spider bots died. So I was pretty much screwed against that team. But the other two rounds, I had good matches. Superior Spider-Man is good. He costs a lot of points, though. 160 is a lot of freaking points. I don't think he's really good enough to be super competitive.
Unless your opponent's dropping the spider bots.
Me personally. But I will say that I had 2 of the A's attached, which gives him +2 to his Super Senses roll. And a 3 through 6 Super Senses roll was extremely good. And he has 8 clicks of Super Senses.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, if you run up against somebody with Precision Strike like Austin's Bullseye, he'll just eat right through him. But in a lot of matchups, this Superior Spider-Man is pretty tough. He has a great bottom dial, too, because he gets Charge Flurry, and then he gets +1 attack and damage if he hits a 3 through 6 on his roll, and that sticks for the rest of the game. So what's awesome is, if you had a medic with him, I didn't think about this, otherwise I would have ran one today. Well, I couldn't.
You could drop him down, get rid of Peter Parker.
Yeah, drop him down, get rid of Peter, and then heal him back up to top with his Charge, Super Strength, and all that stuff. But I was happy with him. He was fun to play. He has a lot of cool stuff going on. He can put more spider bots out as they get killed, so if you don't care about losing points...
You know what I like about his dial? He doesn't have like a ton of random-ass powers, because he's already got such a complicated trait and all that stuff like that.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah. Like, I feel like the big problem with Spider-Man figures is that they tend to vary really heavily all over the dial.
I can see that a little bit.
It gets kind of annoying sometimes wondering what you're going to end up with.
He was fun, though. If you're a fan of the character, I suggest playing him. He's solid. What'd you guys play this week?
Wednesday, I played a First Lantern-based team. I ran the First Lantern and all the leaders of the course. I did have to run the Old Atrocitus, Indigo, and Star Sapphire, though, because the modern versions aren't out yet. It was a really fun team. I've talked about that First Lantern before. I ran him at War of Light, and I wanted a good chance to play him again. He performed about what I expected. I mean, he's got a glass jaw. Once you get through that invincible, his stats are too low. He can't really get a lot. He can't get a lot done at that point. But if he stays up on that top click and your opponents either can't hit him or don't pay attention to him, he's annoying as hell. The first match was someone with a full Green Lantern team decided to play against me, and they had all their Lantern keyword stripped, so they lost a ton of their traits and abilities that trigger on the word Lantern, or on Green Lantern figures. And then I had Larfleeze, and Larfleeze makes it that anyone who has an attached construct gets -1 to their combat values.
Oh, yeah. That's
so
pretty useful, then.
Yeah, that Larfleeze was awesome.
He is.
I wasn't expecting to be near as good as he was.
I'm happy with him. I played against him.
I don't think they'll make a better Larfleeze. I think this is probably the best Larfleeze we're going to have. He's perfect. He stops people who have relics and Lantern constructs by modifying combat values -1. He gets barrier plasticity. If he barriers, he can quake out of all of them that have been placed by Orange Lantern core keyword this turn. And then he can spawn those free tokens, and those tokens are ridiculous.
I talked about the tokens not that long ago. The
God,
25
those tokens
point,
are ridiculous.
25-point Orange Lantern Absorb tokens are also extremely good.
Drew played them today.
If you want more details on them, go to the to all the Horde tokens. Go to our YouTube channel where I reviewed the War of the Light pack and talked. I was like excited when I saw those bad boys. I was like, "Whoa, these things are nuts!"
The new Saint Walker's really good. I know he just came out, so I don't think a lot of people have had a chance to really play him. He's got an interesting dial. It kind of shifts back and forth. It's really Skittles type dial where it just fluctuates colors. But on top dial, he's awesome. He's got a good running shot, 9 range, double bolt, energy shield. He's got perplex, and when people with Blue Lantern Core use perplex, they get +3 range. I mean, like he's a solid ass dial, and then down dial he picks up prob. I really liked Saint Walker. Sinestro, I don't know. Sinestro kind of left a little to be desired.
I played him not long ago. I liked him.
I did like him. I just felt like once he got hit, like once it was just like over for him.
I tell you, well, I played him with I played him against Drew actually on a big Sinestro core team, and you get more out of him that way because of that trait. Because he deals penetrating damage to people who have things decreased.
Yeah.
And I could have somebody else Sinestro core perplexed down, and then Sinestro comes flying from 8 range. And
I loved his top dial. I think the problem I ran into was every time he got hit, he always went straight from top to click 4, and then would get just blasted death from there for some reason, or on the last click. But I did really like his trait. His traded perplex was ridiculous. I used that to a ridiculous effect during those matches. Freaking -2 to all combat values. They have 2 tokens.
And then what did you play today?
Today I played Bullseye. I played Kingpin, Bullseye, and a bunch of assassins. Today's event was we could start with a relic on somebody, so I started with the Flame Blast Ring on Bullseye, which gave him a penetrating and energy explosion if he targeted one person. I also played Lady Bullseye,
Kingpin, Typhoid Mary?
Typhoid Mary.
Did you start with Typhoid?
Started with Typhoid. Who else was there?
Kingpin,
the
Lady
Electra
Bullseye.
from the
Fast Forces Electra, yeah. She's really good, too.
Yeah.
She's extremely good, actually.
For 75 points, yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I've seen her on some rock teams already.
Bullseye, of course, performed about what I expected, which was ridiculously. His lack of willpower hurts him, but in other events and stuff like that where you have the chance to use... Well, in hindsight, I probably should have given him Noel's Hammer. Would have made things a lot better. But in other events where you have access to resources and stuff, God, this guy with willpowers would be retarded. I mean, like, we've already talked about him before. Precision Strike, Prob, Running Shot, 8 range, Triple Bolt. And then I had him with Pinsai Energy Explosion, which was ridiculous. Ask Hunter. I was shooting through people and blasting groups of his figures with him.
Yeah. Precision Strike is what got me against Superior Spider-Man. I ended up winning the match with Spidey 2099, but Bullseye just chewed through Superior Spider-Man like it was nothing.
Kingpin was great. I really like Kingpin.
Yeah, he's annoying as shit to play against. I'll tell you that.
Once per turn, he can mastermind any friendly. He can outwit through other people with, 8 range? Or he picks up a character with an 8 range.
Yeah.
And then he has enhancement, and if they have precision strike, RCE, sharpshooter, or improved targeting and hindering, they can use all of them. So I was using him to give Bullseye RCE. So if I didn't need to use Pinsai for any reason, I could get the bonuses out of it. Then Lady Bullseye was alright. She was kind of filler for me. 72 points. She's not a bad dial. It's just, I don't know. She's there.
As I said, I think she's more of a seal. She's a great sealed piece, but constructed.
She was outwit and tie up on my team. That's what I used her for.
Yeah.
Typhoid Mary was cool. I definitely like the idea of her. I started her with on Typhoid because she starts with TK.
Oh, you know what? You couldn't have done the trade off of Mastermind from Kingpin. Because it says, when each click is revealed due to damage taken from an opponent's attack. When you Mastermind it, it's not being taken from an opponent's attack. But go on, sorry. I just
that
wanted
was the
to
only
re-
game I did it.
I wanted to read it before we suggested it to people.
Yeah.
If it was illegal or
Anytime
not.
she takes damage, she rolls a d6 and can either ignore the rest of the damage for the turn.
If she rolls a 6, she instantly stops.
Yeah. And then you can choose on a 4 through 5 to shift her to the opposite side and then reduce the rest of the damage dealt -1.
And the good thing is, you can keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like if you roll a 4 and then you swap over and you roll another 4, you can go right back and now you take -2 damage from the whole thing. If you're lucky, it can be good.
The Typhoid side, she has Outwit. She drops into Shape Change and Poison. She starts with TK, Running Shot into Stealth. 5 range, single bolt. She picks up Energy Explosion with 2 bolts, and untargeted characters dealt Penetrating, which is really good. Her flip side, which is Bloody Mary, though, is a melee piece, and a really good tie-up piece, actually. She gets Charge, Quake, Poison, picks up Teleconnect Knives, which is Blades, Claws, and Flurry. When she flurries, the second attack can target a target character within 4 squares in line of fire, and this power can be countered.
I want to try this
I
trick.
almost had a good chance to use it against Drew, and he killed her before I could.
I'd like to try her sometime.
Yeah, she's fun. I want to play her again. And the last one is that Electra, and that Electra for 75 points was the only willpower on my team. She's got Hydra Team ability, 4 attack, Precision Strike, Charge, Super Senses, freaking ignores hindering on movement. She has Close Combat Expert and Stealth. When she uses CCE, she gets to modify one value by 2 and the other by 1. I mean, like, she's just ridiculous.
And she already is an 11-3 for 75
What
points.
she was really great for me for was
So you're
moving
talking
her
a
into
12-5 for 75 points.
running her into
An 11-3 with CCE. That's
That's what I'm saying. A better CCE is
so possibly a 13-4 or a 12-5.
What I liked using her for was, as I was moving her up through hindering, using her to use Kingpin's Outwit through. Because she's in stealth, so she was pretty protected from all that.
She has Thunderbolt's keyword too, so that adds a lot of playability to with the ATA.
I really liked a lot of the figures here. Lady Bullseye's the only one who I really didn't. The rest I definitely want to play again. Love this team.
Drewster, what'd you play this week, buddy?
Okay, you're going to play Wednesday, but Saturday, which is today, I played a team consisting of Big Dog Bedovian, who, in fact, might be one of my favorite pieces from Lord of the Light.
He's so fun.
He's so great.
I love him.
He's so strategic. Solomon Grundy from the main set of Slosh.
I'm so tired of fighting that Grundy. I fight him every single week.
Deal with it.
You gotta show up every single week to fight him every single week.
Oh, snap.
But anyway,
Every week I show up, I fight him.
there you go.
So about one.
Time Wizard from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, you did.
God, and you hit that so
Time
many
Wizard.
times against me.
Time Wizard did the most damage on the game that I was watching.
God, that hurt.
Time Wizard
Bonebreaker.
and
that's it.
Bonebreaker Shaman.
And one of the orange pogs, I think, right?
Yeah, the one you were talking about. The
Yeah.
Orange Lantern.
Absorbed.
Absorbed Orange Lantern. Yeah.
Annoying McAsshole.
He is. And the build is over 500 points.
What was your relic?
Null's Hammer.
No, I'd be right at 5. Null's Hammer's 8 points.
I know.
There you go.
Yeah. That was my team.
So you had Knowles on Bedovian?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That's
So-
pretty damn good.
So I got 14 effective range sharpshooter, willpower. Got all I need. You can't shoot me if I'm not within two squares of another character. So what that did was it forced people to come at me.
Yep.
So Grundy was just like, hey, how you doing?
I'm chilling here by this rock Bedovian, just waiting.
What's up? This is a rock. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not some fucking space shrimp.
While Time Wizard and Bonebreaker Shaman are just being annoying assholes in the back with their TK.
That Bonebreaker was really good,
I
actually.
love him.
Bonebreaker Shaman's legit.
He won me a tournament one time. I played the Orc. It was the Lord of the Rings where you had to play a theme team of Lord of the Rings and Mage Knights, and I played an Orc team, and he was like my favorite piece at the end of the day.
Dude, Bonebreaker Shaman is like amazing. Just the fact that his top click, he's got TK, Barrier, Phasing, Perplex, Support.
And 8 range barrier too.
8
by the
range
way.
barrier.
And 8 range perplex, which is.
And
really
then
good.
if they ping you for 1 or something, you roll on the 9 attack, 3 damage Pinsai.
That was the worst thing.
He keeps Pinsai for the next 2 clicks after that too.
And then just in case you want to fuck with him some more, he rolls on the Pulse Wave.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was pissed because I blasted him for 4 and was like, there's no way he's going to be on anything good. Fucker lands on Enhancement, Pulse Wave, Willpower.
So what happened between Austin's game and I
was pissed.
was that I noticed that Bonebreaker rolled onto Enhancement, and I was like, okay. He rolled his Bullseye up to kill my Grundy. Fine. So I was like, my last hope is Time Wizard, who has mediocre stat values because of his Time Magic ability. I didn't want to risk Time Magic because if I missed the roll, game was
going to fuck everything
pretty much over. So what I had to... Badovian was dead at this point. Grundy was, like, nearly dead. And so at this point, Time Wizard was top dial and hit Bullseye for 4 damage.
Which, Bullseye, I love Bullseye, but he's got kind of a glass jaw.
He should.
He should. No, it makes perfect sense.
No, he should totally have Impervious top dial.
Yeah. No, like his... If you hit him like for about 3 or 4 damage, he starts getting really meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His top dial's where he's absolutely ridiculous. Then past there, it gets kind of eh. So getting hit for 4 damage on Bullseye was just like the end for me. Like right there, it was like there's no chance now. Because Grundy still had one more chance to come back too after that.
And Austin kept theme probbing it. You just kept hitting it.
I couldn't theme prob it. I had normal prob.
Oh, I remember. I think you probbed it twice.
Nope, assassin.
Oh yeah.
Because WizKids hates generics.
Yeah, I know. I played a scientist team today and had no problem.
It makes me so mad.
I went 2-1. I had a good time. This team was really fun.
Can we just have an episode where we rant about that? Maybe they'll change it.
That they give them generic team team?
Yes. I mean, like, let's just start a big...
I don't know why they did that.
To hurt Mystics, the only generic anyone ever
That's what
plays.
I'm saying. The only generic
And they didn't
team
even care about him.
that was doing it, that does any good is Mystical, and it already has prob, so I don't get the mindset. I kind of like the ATA change. It makes it harder.
I love the ATA change.
It makes it harder to do it, and some people think it needs to be stricter.
That was me.
I don't think it needs to be stricter.
I would be fine if it got stricter.
But anyways, yeah, I don't get that. I don't know. It's not a huge deal to me, but I still, I don't get it.
I play a lot of generics, so it does really suck, especially when I play like hordes of stuff, and you really do need those team probs.
Maybe this is me giving them way too much credit, but maybe that with the entities coming up, they knew that since they give characters keywords and help you make theme teams easier, maybe they thought it'd be too easy to hit cosmic and monster theme teams and stuff like that with Black Hand and all the other entities having cosmic.
That's giving them way too much credit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to throw possibilities out there.
Point being, Time Wizard's the best piece in Heroclix.
Time Wizard is really fun to play.
For starters, best sculpt in Heroclix, guaranteed.
I don't know, Bonebreaker Shaman is actually extremely
That is a pretty
detailed.
sweet sculpt.
Mage Knight's the best sculpted set.
It is.
Heroclix.
Guaranteed.
It definitely is. All right, let's go to the main topic. So, you guys are going to GenCon for your first time. What do you need to know?
Stuff stamped.
Bad idea.
All right. Well, here's the segment I want to start with first. What should be in your backpack?
Okay.
Number 1, bring a damn backpack.
Yes.
I don't know why you would go and not bring a backpack.
Here's the thing. I don't even care if you plan on acquiring anything while you're there, or you're bringing anything there, period. Bring a backpack. You will find a reason to use a damn backpack.
So if you're following along with us at home, pull out a pen and a piece of paper.
Especially if you're playing HeroClix,
yes.
Why would you not have your backpack?
And start writing down these things that we think should be in your backpack. So number 1, obviously, is don't forget your click supplies.
Oh, never mind.
Don't forget your team and your die. You will need your own dice. You will need your own object tokens, all that stuff. None of that's going to be provided for you, including maps, by the way. So make sure you have all your click stuff. But besides the obvious, don't forget your tickets, not only your badge, but your event tickets as well.
You can buy them there if you feel like waiting in line like an asshole.
But we don't suggest that. But by now, it's too late.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's too late now, yeah.
So, we're going to be waiting in line like an asshole.
Water. Buy the biggest water bottle you can find at Kroger or something, and then you can fill it up during the day in the bathroom or wherever. Just save yourself a lot of money because the drinks there are expensive, as it is at any event type thing. And having a giant thing of water is going to be, to me, it's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Some food that I brought last year.
Cliff Bars are good.
Cliff Bars, protein bars, meal replacement bars. I like bringing peanut butter sandwiches. I do it at Clicks. I take just a Ziploc bag, take a piece of peanut bread, put some peanut butter on it, fold it in half, and make you 2 or 3 little sandwiches like that. Ziploc them up. They won't go stale throughout the day. Granola bars, stuff like that. Beef jerky is also another thing that does well throughout the day in your backpack. It's not going to get stale or anything like that.
See, last year I didn't bring food, and I paid out the ass for like a slice of pizza or a pretzel.
I sat and ate out of my backpack all day last year. Yeah, there's your food and your water. Phone charger.
Yes.
That's
the one I
something
forget
that
every
nobody
year.
ever thinks about, but really is worth bringing. It's an extra phone
Especially
charger.
since the convention center is not good for cell phone reception.
It pulls on your phone is constantly looking for signal
Yeah.
while you're in there, and it pulls on your battery faster.
And you can pick up Wi-Fi from like 500 different places, so it's just constant.
Plus, you may need it for your Clicks events. You may need a calculator. You may need to look up things while you're filling out your build sheet. You may need to look up, things online between rounds or something. So you need your phone, definitely, and you need your phone charger with you. Pens and piece of paper, it's not necessarily mandatory, but it's just kind of my personal thing throughout life. Somebody told me a long time ago, anytime you're going anywhere, bring pen and piece of paper. It's just kind of something I suggest because you never know when you're going to need it. And then deodorant. Austin touched on the big one. Because even if you're not a stinky, sweaty nerd,
You will become one by the
you
end
will
of
be.
GenCon.
When you're around that many other stinky, sweaty nerds.
You could take 3 showers that morning. You could bathe in deodorant before you leave home, but at some point your pits will start stinking.
So bring some deodorant for yourself and for each other. And some, on the same line of thinking,
We
for
had-
your breath, bring some gum or some mints.
We had to trade deodorant in the trenches last year. It was
We were passing it around. Bring extra deodorant. When the nerd next to you stinks, just pass it over to him on the table,
bring a belt so your butt crack's not showing.
There-
so you
that's
sew up
so
So
on
you
it.
don't end up Wizards of the Coast style.
Alright, so anything else for your backpack you guys can think of? That was my list.
For Clicks, that's a pretty solid list.
You're obvious. Your dice, your tokens, your
Yeah.
maps, and all that good
And that's
stuff.
the big one. Make sure,
Double, triple check your stuff before you leave the house so you have everything.
You
Yeah.
don't want to be, and especially your teams. That's the one that you don't want to end up showing up there and not having your full team or screwing up your counts
Mhm.
or something like that. Because if you don't have the right team or you're 1 point over, done, disqualified. You just ruined that whole event, wasted your money.
Especially if you're playing in Worlds, they're probably a little more lenient in the side tourneys.
Yeah.
You'll have to fill out a build sheet for every Heroclix thing you do aside from Battle Royales. So if you're not familiar with filling out a build sheet, I know I'm going a little bit off here at the moment, but while I'm thinking about it, you can type in Heroclix Army Sheet in Google. And there you go, top one, 2012 Heroclix Army Sheet. Open that up, look at it, get familiar with it and how to fill it out.
Because you will see a hell of a lot of
It's
this
burned
daily.
into my brain at this point.
You will be filling this out at your events.
I'm having PTSD flashbacks to last year.
So go ahead and ahead of time do a little preparation. Write down your teams in here. Just getting used to where everything goes. Because then when you get there, you're only going to have so many minutes to fill this out. That if you're familiar with it, it's going to be less stressful on your head. You don't want to get there, oh, where's this? Where's that? Did I remember to bring this Clicks? I don't know how to fill out this sheet. And all that stuff really adds up in your brain. Then when you go to play Clicks, you're on tilt already. I felt like that the whole time last year. I felt like when I first started, I was so worried about, okay, here's his team. Here's Austin's map. Where's my stuff? Do I have everything? And then by the time the game starts, my brain is just rattled and, and I just feel like I'm off already.
When I first encountered this sheet, it looks daunting. It really is not.
No, it's not at all. But if you've never seen
If
it,
you, the first time I saw it, it kind of was off-putting.
if you've never seen it, you need to go ahead and practice once or twice just to get used to it.
And of course, when we get into actual tournament etiquette and stuff like that, there's more details for.
Let's go ahead while we're on the subject and talk about tournament and battle royale tips and etiquette.
Number 1, don't be a fucking cheater.
Yeah, I think that goes without saying.
You would
There
be
was a lot of them last year.
surprised, but I was
There was
very
a lot of
surprised
cheaters.
by how many rumors or us witnessing.
It was
people getting busted
literally
for
like
cheating.
every 2 hours, someone would come up that someone knew and be like, someone just got disqualified from Worlds because they had loaded dice in their sleeve and switched every 5 minutes, and it's just like,
or changed their build sheet between rounds and didn't get, try not to get busted, or lied on their build sheet on their scores or something. That's kind of an obvious one. Obviously, don't cheat. I would suggest getting to your event at least 15 minutes early.
definitely.
Yeah, no, I totally, if not earlier.
Yeah, if you can, unless you have events that are running together. Like I have 2 side tournaments coming up that on Saturday. I think one's from 2 to 5, one's from 5 to 8. You will not have a problem because chances are the same judge is running both of those events.
Yeah.
And they know it. And they're more lax on the side tournament stuff. So if you're doing that...
Especially if you get Vlad and what's his name.
Yeah, they were very cool. All the judges we had, aside from one, were very, very cool.
He wasn't even really our judge.
That's
He was
true,
just
but
a judge.
He was a judge in the area.
95% of the people that are running things there are very, very nice and very accommodating and will help you with everything. But yeah, get there 15 minutes early. That way you have time to make sure you're at the right place, because sometimes you think you're waiting in the right line and you're not, And sometimes the event is running a little behind, and you can find the person, ahead of time and figure out where you're supposed to be.
There's a lot of lines.
On that note, I don't know how they're handling badges this year, but last year we had to get our badges. We had to wait in a long line Thursday morning to get our badges.
I hope they don't fuck this up again.
We had to get a barcode and all this stuff for the WizKids events.
So basically...
yeah.
That's a good point. So if you're going to play in a Heroclix event,
go to WizKids and make sure you have what you need for the events well before your events roll.
When you first get to GenCon, go to the WizKids, wherever it is in the this year in the
I'm sure it'll be
venue.
in the same
I'm
place.
sure it's in the same place. I can't remember the exact letter or whatever. But anyways, you'll be able to tell on your event tickets, it'll say. But go to the WizKids first when you first get to GenCon and say, hey, I'm playing in these things later today. Do I need to do anything before then? Do I need to get a barcode on my badge? Do I need to register anything? What do I need to do? You may not need to do anything, but it's good to know.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened last year was that me, Hunter, Ricky, and Austin got in line for Battle Royals early. We were like, we're going to do one. And then they were like, you need to have a barcode. So we had to wait in a separate line for the barcode. This coming from after having to wait in the line
for Battle Royals.
Battle Royale.
Not to buy the comics and stuff.
So we've waited in 4 lines already and haven't gotten to play any Heroclix, and it's probably been 3 or 4 hours.
Come to terms and find inner peace with standing in line. Because this will be something you will encounter.
Make friends, talk to people. It's the fucking trenches.
Honestly, that was one of the better parts, was like standing in line and meeting people. Like, there were a lot of really cool guys we met in line just waiting for shit.
Austin meets a lot of cool guys in line.
And does lines.
A little bit of both.
Anything else for etiquette? Just shake hands before and after.
Don't be a dick.
If you're in Worlds, it's not. I don't want to use the terms cutthroat, but it is serious.
That is the term I would
use.
use.
It's serious. Don't be chatting up your opponent, wasting their time, wasting your time. Be focused on what you're supposed to be doing. Be stern, but be courteous. Don't be an asshole. Basically I'm just saying be on time with everything. Yeah. The worst thing that drives me nuts is when I'm trying to play a focused, competitive game, even if it's not that competitive, just a game, and my opponent is talking my head off and won't shut up about something that is
irrelevant.
Talking about their team or talking about X or Y or Z whenever you're already on the clock for your match, or something like that.
Especially if you look across the table and you know it's going to be one of those long matches.
Yeah, if the teams are something that takes forever to play out. So basically just be prompt, be polite, but don't be overly polite. If you're playing in competitive. If you're playing in the side tournaments, they're a little bit more laid back.
Dude, people are friendly as hell in the side tournaments.
We met a lot of nice people, and hope to see them again this year, and get to chat with those guys. But it's a little bit more relaxed in the battle royales and the side tournaments.
Definitely the battle royales.
You still will be competing,
but I don't know about this year.
and you still need to be focused on what you're doing. But it's not going to be as much of a cutthroat type atmosphere. For
so have they said how they're doing the battle royales this year?
It's assumed that after last year they said Gen Con was the last time they were doing it like that. So I assume Origins went the new way because there were no posts on it or anything.
I couldn't find anything. Somebody even emailed us, and I was going to get to it in our email section, but
Assume the worst.
I could not find anything for Royales on how they are doing the format this year. So I am sorry. There is, you can contact them ahead of time on GenCon.com. You can go to the website
we will
and
see
do everything.
Random pods.
So far, all I could find on Realms, it was this thread I was looking at the other day. Battle Royales. We will seat in random pods of 16 to 64 players.
Oh, they're doing it like Magic drafts do, where they get together a full line of 16 people, and then they randomize the 16 to build their 4 tables. So they do it in large groups at once.
So
it's
assuming
straight
that they
random.
stick to this,
Yeah.
this is very different than last year. So this sounds like you will not be able to team up with your people that you came with. Basically, there will be a very long line for people who are wanting to participate in Battle Royales. They will take the first 16 people in line. They will mix up those 16 people at different tables. You'll not be 1, 2, 3, and 4. You go to table 1. 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. You go to table 2.
It's straight random.
They will mix you up totally, and then they will seat you. If you've never played in a Royale, here's the general thing that you can expect. And if you've never played in one and you have time, go ahead and do it because it's a fun experience, especially if you've never done it. It only costs the cost of one booster. It's like $12 or something. You and 4 players will all go to the same table. You will all be given the same type of booster, either a Marvel boosters or DC. Not sure what it is yet. I can pretty much guarantee you the DC is going to be Slosh. I assume the Marvel is going to be Deadpool. It may be Invincible Iron Man. I don't know. I hope for your sake that it's Deadpool.
Maybe this would be a good way for those.
Well, I was going to say, if you notice, they include the Constructs, Cap Sentinel, Spidey, Team-Based Holiday figures all under the con in your store. They don't refer to them as other comics, but just con to your store.
We'll see. They hadn't said anything about No Man's Land stuff last year prior, so I don't know. We'll try to see. So Battle Royale, so you'll get seated with 4 people. You each get a booster. You'll each open your boosters. You will each select one figure, and then you will pass it to your left, similar to Swiss-style drafting from Magic or other games like that. Pick the best and biggest piece in your booster. You don't have to worry about point values. You don't have to fit the whole team in so many points. So if there's for example, Brother Voodoo is extremely good for his points. A lot better than this Hulk piece that costs 250 points than what he is for his points. But if you don't in a Battle Royale,
Hulk piece.
Brother Voodoo's really good for that low under 100 points. But that Hulk is worth. If they cost the same amount, you need that Hulk more than you need that Brother
Slosh
Voodoo.
has got some big pieces too. We're talking Tachyon, and if they do Deadpool, fucking Tiamat.
Oh God! If you pull Tiamat,
you just
So
and it's based on the amount of points you score. So
So after your teams are done, you each set up in the corners, and then you just fight each other. And every time you KO a piece, you score that piece, and at the end of the game, whoever scored the most points.
What's interesting
wins.
is the way they word this at the end. The events will last 1 hour, and the prize will be brought at the end of that hour.
Right.
So I don't think this year they're going to let you, like, if you finish like in 40 minutes, you're probably still going to have to wait that 20 fucking minutes.
It depends. They were
if the full pod's finished of 16, I think they'll clear you.
We were supposed to do it an hour last year too.
Yeah.
But if you got done before an hour, which even with us playing the way we were, it was taking 50 minutes.
Yeah, we were doing a good job.
So it's going to take an hour pretty much regardless.
We were booking it, though.
So that's an idea of how Royals work out. If you've never done one, you have time, go ahead and do one. It's a fun experience. But I would not hold my breath thinking that you're going to get a group of guys together and go into it.
You're not going to be able to.
Like you've been into the past few years, and like you should be able to do. But
that's just our opinion.
But times they are changing. What else suggestions should we make? Buying con exclusives from WizKids. Get there.
Start slashing throats.
If the doors...
Bring your machete. It's like a jungle in that bitch.
When do the doors open? 10?
Yes.
Get there at 9. No later than 9.
Yeah, we got there freaking so early and there were still crap.
If you're wanting to buy con exclusives that morning, get there an hour before the doors open. Find the right hall where the WizKids will be selling their things, and get as close to the double doors as you possibly can.
And here's the thing. They have maps of the booths online. Figure out your compass direction, whether it's the east, west, or south, or north entrance, whatever, that's closest to that WizKids booth. Get as close to that damn door as you can, and as soon as they open those doors, you fucking book it.
What's fucking hilarious is last year, just like...
It was so bad last year. I hope they clean it up this year.
No, so many people had never... I didn't know this many people played Heroclix. Like, there were so many people in that line. We were thinking to ourselves, we're just going to walk in, get it, maybe wait 30 minutes. No problem. But then the line ended up getting wrapped around the fucking thing 3 times. And
then the lines that were wrapped around, merged in, so people were cutting each other.
Yeah, we were there relatively early, and then they cut me and Hunter off from Austin, and Austin was ahead of us.
Yeah, somehow I ended up in the first wraparound, even though when those doors first opened, there was already 2 wraparounds pretty much. It was nuts.
It was the most retarded.
Remember what I said about coming to terms with standing in line, because you will do it. I figure their supplies are probably better this year than they have been in the past, for con exclusives and shit.
I'm not holding my breath.
Okay. This is WizKids.
All I can say is they can't do a worse job than they did last year with the line situation.
I fully agree.
I don't see how you could do it worse. There
basically was no order.
Yeah, they screwed the pooch big time. So I gotta imagine it's gonna be better this year than it was last year.
And they do the con exclusive stuff every day. So if you get in line Thursday and they sell out by the end of the day, try again on Friday. Because from what people were telling us last year, people on Saturday were literally just walking right up because there was no line by the midday, and they still had stuff to sell. So, give it a shot each day if you want to do whatever. You're limited to 1 of each, of course. If you guys haven't been paying attention to that. 1 of each, and I believe that's per day. So if you want 2 of each, come back another day.
So you're going to be to get all 4. There's 4 things. There's Zombie Galactus. There's Black Lantern Anti-Monitor.
Resurrection
Impossible Man.
And then the Black and White Lantern contract.
Are Resurrection Man and Impossible Man $25 a piece?
I thought they were 15.
They're 15, and then the big ones are
50.
Well, we'll check it out. I think they were 50, but we'll check it out. I think the pack was 25, the white and black.
But you get them all after standing in line. It's not like you have to keep waiting in line to get 1 of each.
Right, you buy them all
to get 1.
Yeah, you buy them all.
Get them all at once.
Because last year it was really simple.
And then while I'm looking up the prices on all that for those who are curious, parking.
Oh boy.
First of all, this is going to sound obscure if you're not familiar with the area, but do not try to park in any hotel parking because you can be expecting to pay $100 a day. The best place to park is Lucas Oil Stadium.
And we're giving out our secrets.
And we're giving out... These are trade secrets. Do not tell this to everybody else, because if I get there this year...
And it's packed, we're blaming you guys.
I'm going to be pissed, and I'm slashing every tire that has a Heroclix or comics-related memorabilia.
I swear to God, if I give you a t-shirt and you stole my parking space, I'm going to slash tires.
But the best place to park, by far, is at Lucas Oil Stadium, because A, it's cheap, and B, it's not that long of a walk. I don't know why everybody's scared to park there. It's not that long of a walk.
Well, the thing is, there's an arm of the convention center that basically is a really long hallway that comes down towards Lucas Oil. And so people don't realize that technically you literally walk 2 blocks and you're in the convention center, and you just walk down a hallway and you're at everything.
1 block, really.
It's not that far, no.
And you're going to be doing nothing but walking when you get in there. So don't be afraid to do a little extra walking to save yourself $10 on your
I'd
parking.
say it's more like shuffling, Hunter.
Yeah. So that's our secret parking spot. That's where we suggest to park at the Lucas
And how
Oil
much was
Stadium.
it?
I think it's 10. It could be 5, but I think it's 10. Which sounds like a lot, but that's nothing.
Compared
That's
to
nothing.
compared to some of the
So that's what I suggest. As far as hotels, there's no point in talking about that because you should have made those reservations last year.
Austin tried to do it 6 months out, and everyone laughed at me because it failed miserably.
This guy's a retard.
they're probably already booked for next year.
Yeah, people said you need to do it like literally over a year out.
Anything else you guys want to suggest? That's about all I had written down.
For the actual con?
Just for Gen Con in general.
Okay.
Just
For the actual Gen Con, for the people who are going to enjoy the whole convention, have fun. There's so much stuff there. There's so many events, so many just random ass things, board games, all this crap going on. Go enjoy it. I mean, like, the shopping area is great. The shopping area is a huge draw for a lot of people. A lot of people just come out here just to shop.
Here's the thing, don't go expecting amazing deals.
Yeah,
there are some
good deals.
There are mediocre deals.
Yes. And every now and then you might find something nice.
I will say this. I usually buy shirts and comics because the shirts and comics, for one, they have great selections of shirts.
Yeah.
At reasonable prices. Comics, if you're patient enough, you can find some trades pretty cheap.
Me and Hunter, well, this is Indianapolis Comic Con, but we went and we fucking cleaned up.
At Gen Con 2 years ago, when I actually spent a long time looking for comics, I got a lot of trades for half of the book price in great condition. So if you're willing to spend the extra hour or two, you can find some comics in great shape.
The one thing you will find shopping is a lot of older stuff. You'll find a lot of older Heroclix, a lot of, like, last year, you found that Hellboy and BPRD thing. I found freaking Secret Invasion boosters. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff. I mean, like, it's just fun to go around there. And, of course, like, there's game designers and stuff there. The WizKids booth will
found a Mage Knight Pyramid starter set.
Yeah. There's a lot. Someone had the Cthulhu for sale.
Scott bought it.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's fun. And then there's all the board gaming stuff. There's tons of free open gaming tables.
Yeah, that's what you want to be doing, honestly.
The big deal is a lot of gaming companies, since Gen Con is the largest gaming convention in the world, they come out here and they're like, we have a new game coming out. We're going to display it here, have a bunch of tables for it. People can try our new game, possibly buy it. So just wander around, play games, and have fun with it. I mean, you have... I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, it's just so open and random. Like, there's just so much shit to do.
I would suggest, on the similar note to what Austin's saying, don't go there just for Heroclix.
I agree.
I agree.
That's exactly what I'm doing this
last year, we should have dedicated a day to just doing whatever. That was
Hell,
my biggest
maybe even
regret.
2, because there was a lot to do there.
Heroclix felt like a job last year.
Yeah, I did.
It was...
I mean, I made good money off a lot of that stuff, but it still felt like a freaking job.
The best time I had at Gen Con, no joke, was going around with Scott while you guys were doing the Street Fighter tournament and just fucking around.
Yeah.
The after parties are weird. That's the other thing I should note.
I will have a Dial H exclusive after party. I'm going probably with Scott.
I know quite a few people who have been to some of the after parties. Some of them can get pretty weird. Be prepared.
I'm interested. This is going to be fun.
And freaky.
Freaky is an understatement.
Drew ain't afraid to poo on a girl.
Oh,
God.
Just kidding.
You heard it here, folks. Dial H for Heroclix official.
That's going to go on my gravestone.
So help me, Drew. If you die before me, I'll put it on your damn tombstone.
Alright, here's the prices for the con exclusives I found.
$100 for Zombie Galactus.
Close.
50 for Zombie Galactus, 50 for Black Lantern Anti-Monitor. 15 each for Impossible Man and Resurrection Man. And then 25 for the Black and White Power Battery Pack. And then if you play Star Trek Attack Wing, they have various things. They have a pack that has $40. It has 8 upgrade cards. It has 12 models. let's see. The cloaked ship pack contains 12 cloaked versions of previously released ships, all translucent. So it's 12 models and then 8 cards for $40 of Attack Wing cloaked ship.
Attack Wing Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, you get a full Deep Space Nine for $100.
So if you're interested in those, that's something to pick up too.
I have seen this sculpt in person. It is really freaking cool.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm not spending $100.
I thought you were being sarcastic at first, Drew, and then I remembered you do actually like Deep Space Nine.
I love
No,
Deep
it is.
Space.
The model's freaking high.
Holy shit!
I haven't
And
even
it's
watched
huge.
Star Trek
It's
yet,
like
and that
this
looks
big.
pretty legit.
Yeah, and it's playable in the game, of course, and everything. So I mean,
Dude,
Drew, so
fuck this!
well, there goes Drew's GenCon budget.
You'll never play it.
No shit, but it looks cool.
People have paid far more for far worse, Hunter.
I hate the
Such as
fact.
pooing on a girl's chest.
Well, what? The ladies pay me for that, but how can that be $100? I don't want to spend that much, Austin.
But you do, don't you, Drew?
Yeah, I really do.
All right. Hopefully, if you guys have any other questions, send them to us on Facebook
Hopefully not
or
related
Gmail.
to Drew.
And me pooing. If you got poo offers, you're gonna have to send that to my regular email.
His personal email. We don't let him do that on the work accounts. And of course, look for us. We'll be there. Probably, I'm definitely wearing my Dial H shirt.
Saturday, we will all have our Dial H shirts on. Thursday night, also at the dinner, at the spaghetti dinner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you want to buy your Dial H shirts, that is the time. At GenCon on Thursday night at the spaghetti dinner, or on Saturday, any time during the day, you can find us. I will try to update our Facebook page and tell you kind of where we are at what times if you want to come and purchase a shirt.
We're going to use our GPSs on our phones and put trackers on Google Maps so you guys can find us.
It's $12 for a large, extra large, or 2X, and then $14 for a 3X. I know a couple of you, I've already got, I think just like 2 of you guys. I think Phil Basinski and, was it Ron? Somebody else, 2 people have already paid me on PayPal. But if you guys have, if you want to guarantee a shirt in your size, contact me on Facebook this week before GenCon starts, before Thursday, and let me know you want to purchase one, you want to pay with PayPal. If you do it on there, you can tell me what size you want, and I'll hold you for one. I'll put your name on one, and that way I'll know that I have it when we see you at GenCon. Because otherwise, we're just going to each have a couple extra shirts in our backpacks, and when you guys need a shirt, we'll have it.
Hold on. I wasn't told carrying shirts was part of my job.
You're not going to have very many. You're going to have a couple.
No, this wasn't part of the deal. I ain't carrying a whole 2
Austin
ounces.
Smith, official shirt bitch. Look out for that badge.
We also...
I was going to say, I am going to get a hello, my name is sticker and wear.
We also will have Drew's Value Corner stamp available.
Yes,
It
sir.
looks so good.
So bring your cards
Actually, where's it at? I haven't seen
for
it.
the following
Oh,
figures.
you haven't seen it yet?
I don't remember where I put it. Hang on, I'll find it. Bring your cards for the
Oh.
following figures. And if you guys, while I'm reading these, think of another one that we've done before that I don't mention, then go ahead and say it. Jason Blood, Holiday Killer, Explosion Iceman, who I think was pre-card, so actually he may not have a card.
Drew will just stamp your breast.
Hollywood, Rocket Racer, Rocket Raccoon, and Aim Agent. Did I miss anybody?
Black Panther from Avengers. I remember Drew doing that one because I suggested it.
He also is pre-card,
Drew-
so there will not be a card for him. So Drew will stamp your breast or testicles, whatever you prefer.
Forehead.
The only thing is, Drew, when you stamp these, make sure you let them know that they need to let it dry for a minute before they put it on another card, because on the card they will
Totally thought you were
it'll
going to give
rub.
advice about stamping testicles.
It'll rub. If you stamp their testicles,
Okay.
Be gentle.
left hand cups gently around the backside, then press firmly but
Firmly
softly.
grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp it.
Now, if you're stamping breasts, left hand holds the picture phone, the camera phone. Right hand stamps it on there. Face comes around, smiles, while the left hand takes the picture while you stamp it on the brush. Glad we got that situated beforehand. Now, moving on. Let's go into Drew's Value Corner of Values.
How we doing?
Silver Age valuable segment here.
Dear God, Drew, what do you have for us today?
What are you trying to sell me today, Drew?
What am I trying to sell you?
Do you have anything prepared, or is this just coming off the cuff?
Speaking of cups, when you want a cool beverage, what do you put in your drink?
Ice?
Correct.
Damn it, that was the worst intro.
Oh, God. We're starting off just amazing.
We're going back. All the way back to one of my favorite sets. Is it one of your favorite sets, Austin?
What's it?
DC 75th?
Oh, yeah, I do love DC
You're
75th.
fucking terrible.
I like Brave and the Bold better, but I do like DC 75th.
Brave and the Bold.
Brave and the Bold had Checkmate and freaking all that shit.
It did have Amazon, so I am partial to it. But DC Anniversary set was
Brave and the Bold's really good.
75th's better.
Anyway.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that set, Drew. Ass.
Who are we talking about here today, Bob?
Okay, so now that Austin's gone, podcast. What if I told you there was a piece for 47 points that could change the fucking game?
47 points.
Yes, sir.
I'm interested.
Leap climb, that's not a good ability, really. I don't know.
Yeah,
47 points for leap
yeah.
climb. No.
Yeah, whatever. I
Range.
can do without it.
Okay, so 8 range for 47 points. Isn't that good?
Hot dog.
Hot dog is good.
That's better these days than it was in the Anniversary set.
8 range barrier for 47 points.
Alright. I'd say that's pretty fucking good.
Okay, so now 8 range in cap. But, I know in cap ain't nothing special. But, if she hits with in cap, no game effect can move or place her target away from the square it currently occupies until the beginning of your next turn.
Now that has some potential, I must say.
Does that have some potential?
That has some potential.
So, big old fucking Hulk, with hopefully Battle Fury not on right now, after you outwit his Battle Fury, of course, comes charging in. You're like, fuck you, Hulk, I'm just gonna boom, blast you.
Now with some ice, baby.
Ice, baby. Now, Hunter, how much do you think a piece like this would cost?
99 cents, maybe.
99
I don't know what rarity we talking here. It's value corner, so I know you got a good deal for me.
Common
from a main set.
Probably one of
probably $1.
I'm gonna guess $1.50.
$1.49?
Yeah.
Let's go to trustycoolstuff.com. Look up Anniversary 007 Ice.
Oh, shit.
39 cents.
This value is fucking insane.
That blew my mind. 39 cents? They never have anything for 39. It's always 49.
I know. Maybe
Jesus
she's
Christ.
not even on sale. And she's only got 3 stars. What are these people doing with it?
And nobody rates anything on that website. Yeah, I'm going to say between the 8 range barrier, so if you're on an indoors map, that you don't have to worry about them moving if you barrier them completely in, first of all.
Doesn't go below a 9 attack for a 47 point piece. That's pretty damn good.
And does she at least have a good keyword to put her on some good theme teams?
Justice League International.
Sold. You got 39 points. Austin, Ice was only 39 cents.
39 cents?
Yes. Is that ridiculous?
How's she compared to the Streets of Gotham one?
She's better, I think, in my opinion.
They're both good. I personally like this.
I like the SOG one.
For the points, I personally like this one better.
Okay.
This one's... You missed the explanations. But the Ice one from SOG is pretty decent, too.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
soon to be in the Silver Age corner.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Next year.
We'll be talking about
Definitely
SOG Ice.
year.
But for now...
That Ice is really only good with Guy. If you don't want to play Guy...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
This Ice is way, way better.
Oh, yeah, she starts with a 10. The other one has to have Guy to start with a 10, doesn't
Yeah, and she has RCE if you actually
Yeah.
want to do damage optionally instead.
They already have 2 tokens or
Plus,
something.
if they end cap, no game effect can move or place the target from a square. That's pretty sweet. You sold me, Drew. You sold me.
I love this piece.
I mean, I've only been here about 15 seconds and he sold me.
For 39 cents, shit.
Shit.
What can you buy for 39 cents these days?
Fucking.
You can shit on a girl's chest. That's about as much as you're getting for 39
If you're
cents.
Andrew Alderson only.
I do it for a lot more than that.
Yes. Okay, moving on off of this topic.
You gotta. I personally have to have cleaners come in afterwards.
Drew, please stop.
Christ.
Please stop. This is too much.
Austin's poor mind.
I can't take this. My poor virgin ears, they're just like...
You've heard worse from me.
All we have left is community. We already talked about the t-shirts. Like I said, GenCon's your only chance to pick them up for now, so find us Thursday night or Saturday. $12 for a large, extra large, or 2X. $14 for a 3X. They turned out great. I just sold the first couple ones today. And remind me before you guys leave to get you yours.
Austin and I will be there all 4 days.
I'll be there all 4 days.
I might be only there 3 out of the 4. We'll see.
I won't be wearing my Dial H shirt all 4 days.
Oh,
that's for sure.
no, yeah, definitely not. It's white, and things will start to stain.
Yeah. Then also, like I said, don't forget your stamps. If you want to bring some cards to get stamps on Thursday night at the spaghetti dinner or on Saturday. Jason Blood, Holiday Killer, Iceman's pre-card, Hollywood, Rocket Racer, Rocket Raccoon, Aim Agent, and now Ice from the anniversary set can all be stamped by Drew. And we will set something up besides Gen Con where you guys can mail your cards in to me, and I'll get Drew to stamp them, and we'll ship them back to you. We'll figure something like that out after Gen Con so that we can do the stamp thing, because that won't be too hard to do.
Our little Drew's getting all grown up and being a celebrity on the internet now.
My little baby's all grown up and saved in China. Lastly, email. Time for mailbag. What we got today? Let's check Facebook real quick.
Real quick.
Brian Jake says, just wanted to throw this out there, not quite game breaking, and didn't know if you wanted to mention it because it's crazy strategy. But sniper rifle construct on Amethyst, I gotta say,
God, when they spoil that construct...
I've heard worse ideas than that.
Yeah, the biggest one that comes to my mind, and I hope Hunter might be going to it.
Hold
on. No, I'm saying, this is a good idea. Amethyst with 10 range,
Yeah.
so she can trigger Gem World Portal is pretty damn good. So thanks for the suggestion.
So,
Drew, what suggestion you got for us? Constrictor, yes. Damn it, Drew.
It's
we didn't want that one going out on the air.
I was going to keep this one close to the vest.
Constrictor only has 3 range.
Constrictor with the sniper rifle, on the other hand,
It's fucking nuts.
has
He's
2
got
bolts.
a fucking sniper rifle that shoots snakes.
He has
I don't even give a shit if it's actually good.
He has 2 bolts, and now at 10 range, with this broken attack power, where when he hits an opposing character, you modify the character's attack value -3 when making a ranged combat till the next turn, or you give the hit character an action token. So, he does his damage, which is 3 damage, hits both of them, and gives them action tokens.
Notice his trait, too.
Then he has 2 coils trait, which will also stack. When he targets 2 characters with a ranged combat attack, instead of dividing the damage, he deals printing to both targets. So, I hit you for 3, and you for 3, and you take a token, and you take a token.
And you take -3 attack.
From 10 squares away.
Away.
Also, the best thing about his action token thing, it's not technically end cap, so even if they have Battle Fury, they still have to take the action token.
10 range with some characters is going to be...
The day I posted that construct list to our Facebook group, the amount of freaking people that PM'd me on Facebook, like I had like 3 or 4 people that day message me and they're like, did you see this really broken combo of sniper rifle? And I'm like, dear God, you have no idea how many combos are going to roll out of this stupid thing. Like 10 range instantly makes 90% of figures ridiculous.
Andrew Minalga, sorry if I butchered your last name.
You did.
Basically says he loves the new shirts, blah, blah, blah. He has an idea, oh, sorry, I'm getting him mixed up with another email. Andrew, we'll get back to you after Gen Con, depending on how many shirts we have afterwards, and we'll make a decision then. Joseph Okay, Joseph Rodriguez. Yeah, I wanted to read his. He heard in one of the previous podcasts that GenCon was allowing people who pre-registered for events to team up in battle royals for the special con figures. Would you be able to possibly send a link or something to confirm where this is received, as I have like 18 plus people looking to do it? So we kind of talked about this earlier. Couldn't find any information on how they're doing, on what you're talking about, on people pairing up for royals. It sounds like from what the only thread that I found that's dependable,
That it's random.
because it's actually from a WizKids person who's going to be running the events that day, is that it is going to be solely random. So, sorry I couldn't help you. All I can find is that it's going to be random and not going to be able to pair up.
Which sucks.
Which does suck. We feel your pain.
That was when you just said it.
This is the one I was mixing up from the guy earlier. So Alexander Moiser says he loves the podcast. He wants a shirt that's black and red that looks like an ink stamp that says Drew Silver Age Value Corner. On the back it says I'm still worth it, with your logo. Long live motherfucking Rocket, burn your family down racing.
this guy's my fucking friend.
And that's about it for Facebook. I think we had one on Gmail. I think the guy from Japan wrote us again.
Oh, this guy.
I feel bad because every time we accidentally insult him or something.
Oh, hold on. I think we got another one today, too.
Woo!
Cell phone users.
Yeah, we got a new one. Eric Lynn will send us some more questions. Number 1. Does pairing Despotellus possessed by Adara with the Batman TV dynamic duo have any meta potential?
Boom! No, you can't, because you can't possess a tiny. They have to be
Yeah,
normal size.
that's going to be the number 1 part. Alright.
Actually, I think they can be tiny.
Hold on, let's bring everything
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna double check.
Let's bring everything up.
I know you can't giants.
No, I think you can tiny because each one of the symbols says this or this.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I think.
Okay, so first of all, he wants to possess Despotellus with Adara. They can have tiny, yes.
Oh, they can. So they can be fish, sharpshooter.
Because I remember-
Despotellus has a 20 defense, so yes, Adara is going to get a 20, or Despotellus is going to have a 20 defend
God,
from
ridiculous.
Adara's defend. People have already been talking about this before, the Despotellus defend thing, because we were talking about Ant-Man, and then we were like, oh, why not Despotellus? He's better.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, Dynamic Duo is what he's wanting to combo with. Dynamic Duo's defense power, when they can use super senses when they're targeted with an attack, increase their defense value by the attacker's printed damage value. This power can't be countered or ignored. So the Dynamic Duo would effectively have a 21 to 23 defense. Meta potential? Perhaps. But I gotta say, for the points, why not just pick a better piece that has Energy Shield and go with that? Has Energy Shield and Reflexes. There's a lot of caps that have that are probably better for their points, because this piece sucks dick. I'm sorry, but I really wanted to love them because I love the characters and I love the sculpt, but Dynamic Duo sucks. And if you're gonna play it at 100 and not 150. But they suck either way. They're garbage. I'm sorry. I love the sculpt so much. I'm gonna put
that doesn't save them from poison.
Yeah, that's true.
So enemy Despotellus are gonna.
I'm gonna put that sculpt on a different piece, on the old Batman and Robin duo.
Put it on Cape Crusader.
DC 10 Batman.
No, I'm not changing him. That's my lover. That's my favorite. That's the best Batman for the points. All right, that solves number 1. Meta potential, like I said, I would go with somebody who has reflexes or super senses or energy shield. That's actually good.
Dynamic Duo sucks dick.
But yes, you're right. Despotellus and Adara are very, very good together. Number 2, who are your top 5 Batman villain pieces? Oh shit! What kind of question is that?
Fuck this
That's
guy.
an hour-long debate right there. All
I
right.
mean, not so much.
We have an episode about this.
Let's just go to Arkham Asylum right now.
All right. Well, here's what we'll do.
Oh, really? I wonder what Hunter's going to first.
I'm gonna do mine. I'm sure I'm not gonna get them all, and then Drew do his, and blah blah blah. We can all.
I am not even bothering.
Okay. Number 1, somebody I have to include, Ultimate Clayface from No Man's Land. I used to have a trick before the belt got nerfed, where I would prep time Clayface onto +2s and super senses, and then I would have him carried up, and then he would have super senses, shape change, a 19 defense, and his broken poison, and nobody would ever be able to hit him off of this. And then you add on top of that, I would never attack with him, so he would stay on +2 and super senses, and nobody would ever be able to hit him.
It was great.
It was pretty funny. It was humorous. Oh man, he's not the best, but I really like Dark Knight Rises Scarecrow and Streets of Gotham Scarecrow.
They're both good.
I was gonna say SOG Scarecrow is awesome.
I'm trying to think who's more fun though. He says favorite, not best. Favorite, I think I'm gonna say the Dark Knight Rises one, just because of his trait. He has poison, and when they get poisoned, then he gets to mind control as a free action, targeting that character and takes no damage from the mind control. And he has Batman enemy, so he can copy a 10 or 11, and he has Perplex.
Garbage attack.
I really enjoy playing him, and actually he was always on my Ultimate Clayface team, him and Dr. Phosphorus. Man, who else? I've only played Edward Nygma once, but he's really good. He's not on my top, though. Deadshot is not, in my mind, a dedicated Batman villain, so I'm not going to put him on there.
Killer Croc.
Who's my favorite Killer Croc?
I was going to say, I know you love Killer Croc, period.
Yeah, I love Killer Croc. I'm trying to think who's the best. I haven't played the No Man's Land one yet. I think my favorite one is probably the strategy game one.
I was going to say, strategy game one's really good.
Strategy game Killer Croc's up there. I have a lot of favorite Jokers. I personally think the best one for the points is the Gravity Feed Batman one. I'll tell you, instead of the Joker, I'll tell you who's definitely on my list, the Batman Joker Thugs. They are really, really good, really versatile. I only got one more. God, Mr. Freeze is really fun.
I was going to say.
Who else? Damn it. This is a tough topic.
You're tearing Hunter's heart apart. Calendar Man.
I know I want to put Calendar.
Do Calendar Man, Hunter. You
Then there's Penguin Bomb, Penguin 2.
And there's Zaz, who you name yourself after.
Yeah, Zaz has got to be. It's Mr. Zaz, just because I love the character and the dial's solid. Granted, I gave him Scotty's Hammer when I played him, but
that makes him substantially better.
Yeah, Zaz, Mr. Freeze. I know Drew's going to say Mr. Freeze. He's
Hell,
got to.
I
Calendar Man is really good too, and he's surprisingly more fun than you would think he'd be to play.
He's a future
I would say Arkham Origins Deadshot, but he's to me more of just a generic DC villain, not necessarily Batman only. So
Calendar Man's his future Silver Age corner piece. He's amazing.
Drew, who are your favorites?
This is fucking hard. All right,
Don't leave Mr. Freeze out in the cold.
Mr. Freeze is definitely
You got to
top
put
5.
Mr. Freeze on there.
Mr. Freeze is definitely top 5. This piece is ridiculously awesome.
It's so much fun.
He's not only.
Oh God, Hunter! Him with 10 range.
He's not.
Oh Jesus!
What have we done?
He's not only a blast to play. He's just really good for his points too.
A blast to play.
Oh God. Your jokes have gone cold.
Guys, chill out.
God damn it. Alright.
No Man Land Killer Croc, if only just for the suit.
That's true. I want to take him off of there and put him on the strategy game.
Because he's just so fucking cool.
He's so expensive. His dial's cool too. He's just, why does he
not
cost
really
WizKids, why? Why 173 points for a fucking Killer Croc? There's
Also,
Superman that regularly cost less than this
also,
Killer Croc.
who the fuck's paying $50 for No Man's Land Killer Croc? Thank you, TCG player, but no.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Killer Croc's on there. Jesus, we need to look at some older sets, because this is going to be...
Oh, shit. I didn't even look at older stuff.
Yeah, Edward Nygma from Arkham Asylum is definitely top 5.
KG Beast.
Oh, yeah. KG Beast is fun, too. Isn't
KG
he?
Beast.
I just like him as a character.
Oh, no. No. I forgot about Bane. Fuck. Anniversary 057
It's
Bane.
okay.
This sculpt. That's fucking sick. I'll never forget the day I finally
Colonoscopy.
got him in a trade. I was happy as shit.
Anyway.
Oh, Drew.
I know.
Drew.
Listen, I'm getting
Drew.
to it. I'm getting to it.
You better,
Ladies.
better say him.
Edward Nygma from fucking Arkham Asylum.
He's really good, especially with Colossus.
Yep. Scroll up.
Holiday fucking killer.
You guys know how I feel about this guy.
He's been on the Silver Age.
And
corner.
my number one is fucking the Clown Prince of Crime himself.
You goddamn right.
Who could have seen this coming?
This is the one piece I'll never trade. This is the one piece I'll never sell. This is the piece that I hold dearest in my heart. I love this piece so fucking much. It
That he would
hurts.
shit on its chest.
Yep.
Oh, please don't let this turn into a running thing.
Oh shit, Grundy!
Grundy's really fun too.
God damn it! You're an asshole, whoever.
Whoever asked this question is a monster.
It's an unanswerable question. Number 3, do you prefer to play Arkham Asylum or Gotham Underworld? Arkham Asylum.
This man is...
Arkham Asylum.
Gotham Underworld does have a really good team ability though.
Go back and listen, and Drew's got a fucking sick-ass 300-point Silver Age team.
Which piece do you think will be on the most teams at GenCon besides entities? Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Get a post-it note, Hunter. We're all going to write this down, because I want to come
Oh
back
yeah,
and
we
revisit
wanted
this.
to do this. Oh god, this was going to be a main topic and everything, and I totally forgot.
I'm mad at you now.
Okay, first
This
of all,
is not fun.
let's go ahead and make a prediction. Yeah, let's make all our predictions.
Yeah.
All right, here's prediction number 1. We'll put a little column for Hunter, Drew, and Austin. Out of the top 16 teams, we just increased the time of this podcast by a lot. God damn it! Out of the top 16 teams, how many teams have at least one entity on it? Out of 16.
16. I'll
All
say
right,
16.
Austin says 16.
10.
We'll take turns going first so that we don't make it easier.
Lowest without going over.
I'm gonna say 14. Yeah, we're gonna do Price is Right rules. Closest without going over.
No, that's bullshit, because then I went the highest.
No,
There's gonna be a lot of ties if
I'm
we
just-
don't do it like that, though.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna say 14 because I think there'll be like 2 team bases.
I agree.
I think every team that does, I'm gonna go 13.
I will take 16. Ideally, I think probably about 12 or 13 would be the sweet spot, I think.
All right, number 2. Number 2 will be his question. Aside from entities, what piece do we see on most teams? One single piece.
Not counting resources.
No, yeah, resources aren't pieces.
That's what I figured.
We'll do a resource one too. Who went first last time? You did?
You.
It's okay, so you don't have to go first. Drew, you go first on this one.
Bullseye.
Damn it. You fucking son of a bitch. We can say the same ones if we really think it's the same thing. God dang. This is tough.
Do you want me to go ahead and say mine?
Split lip.
Good
That's
choice.
probably a good one.
I don't know how many book teams there really are going to be, but... Alright, Austin.
Black Talon.
Black Talon. That's a good one, too.
I think that.
I honestly have no idea who's going to win this question.
I know that's gonna be. Oh man.
Number 3. What will be the most played resource?
Power battery. Like I think that's a.
Yeah, you're first on this one, too. Okay, and then Drew's second.
Power plant.
Plants.
You said split lip, Hunter.
I think I'm going to go plant as well. I think I'm going to go plant.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's a toss-up between plant and battery to me.
Because green power battery is powerful, and we haven't even seen the new colors yet.
All right, let's see. Whose turn is to go first?
Not it.
Drew. We each went first. I'll go first on this one. What theme team is going to be on top 16 most likely? Like the theme team we see the most. Named or any named team. Obviously Mystical is going to be up there. Is there anything that would be more than Mystical though? Monster could make a big run
Monster's the one I'm
because
gonna put my points
of
on.
Black Hand.
I agree.
Black Hand is the key to me. You want to go Monster?
I'm going Monster for sure.
I think I'm going to stick with the safe bet with Mystical.
I think there's. Let's see.
I'm gonna stick with mystical. Austin's gonna go monster. Drew, do you have a?
The main reason I'm not going mystical is because of entities.
Oh yeah, that's true. Entities are gonna jack it up.
Yep.
Damn, that's a good point.
So,
I'll tell you what I'll do. Because I want to do something different. I'll do GLC.
Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, I'll do GLC.
Well, Hunter lost this one. Drew, what are you going to pick? You can't be as bad as Green.
Well, I don't want to do monster. I want to do something different than you, so that we have some
Yeah,
different.
that's fine. I like being red anyway.
I have no idea.
Cosmic. Well, no, GOTG is now, yeah. Well, no, the entities give cosmic, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And the movie set has some cosmic in it, but I don't know that is a good enough.
In before Nova Corps Meta Team 2014.
Honestly, and this is going to sound crazy, but I think because of entities, there's barely going to be any theme teams at all.
That's fair
It's
enough to
possible.
say.
They really aren't.
I'm gonna say none.
Okay.
You think no theme team is going to be more common than theme teams?
So, okay, Drew's going for tie. If it's a tie between any of them, if there is no runner, Drew wins.
I guess, yeah.
If anything is a runner, Drew loses. All right.
Why not? I can't think
Number
of-
5. This is going to be an interesting one. Out of the 16 teams, how many Colossals are we going to see?
Does that count team basis?
No, Colossals. Is there going to be a Colossal, basically, is the question.
4.
4 Colossal? This man's
Like,
crazy.
that Sentinel is ridiculous, Hunter, and it's seen some play.
We're going to look back at this and we're going to laugh at Austin so hard.
You know how fucking bad I'm gonna fucking wreck you guys when it's 4?
First of all, Austin brought up the fact, yes, I won the bet. There was no Howard the Duck in Deadpool. Suck it. Okay.
There never will be another Howard the Duck piece after that.
Drew.
Fuck you.
How many
Anyway.
Colossals?
If they weren't gonna put
1.
That's probably a safe bet. I'm going to go 0. I did want to say 1, too. We need one more question, at least.
What's the most
Let's-
entities on a single team?
Let's each pick... Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Most entities on a team. Fuck it. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to go 4.
3.
That's probably the safe bet. Drew?
Honestly, I think 4 is probably the most likely.
4.
So you're going to go 4 also? Alright. Alright, number 7. We're each going to pick a player, and whichever player gets the farthest, that person wins this bet. That's tough. We all know George is out there.
Who's
Yeah,
gonna
I-
go first? Because who's ever gonna
It
go?
doesn't matter. You can do the
Is
same.
George? Is this his last Worlds?
That's the rumor. I don't know that that's confirmed. I haven't talked to anybody about that in a long, I haven't even talked to Edward in a while.
Is Howard playing this year?
I assume so.
Are you gonna bet on Howard Brock?
No.
I don't think he's even. I don't even think he's one of. Jeremy needs to be in the mix.
Jittery?
Or Jetery, I mean.
Jittery's who I was gonna guess.
That's a safe bet.
Because Jittery's been doing really well.
The few ROCs he's been in, he's won. I tell you, who else would be a really good bet is Spawn 10. He's won fucking 75% of the damn ROC. He's won pretty much every one he's been in.
I just think Jittery's good at these on-the-fly team things, and with all the power batteries rolling up, he's a safe bet for me.
All right, I'll put Jetery for you. Drew, you got an idea?
I was gonna say Harry Dempsey, but
Room for the hometown.
Can't go wrong with George, Drew.
I love George to death. Let's go, George.
All right. I think, to me, it's a toss-up between Jetery and Spawn 10. And then also, you got to think...
There's just no way George doesn't make it to the top 16 again. The guy literally.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I like the number questions. Those are the most fun.
Trying to think of any other ones.
Most pieces on a team.
I guess we can do that.
Mm.
All right. Like figures, the actual figures?
Most figures on a team.
Are we counting entities?
not counting entities, because we'll for this question we'll consider them like additions.
You know who else I didn't even think about in our thing? Daniel Joins.
Yeah.
Who my ex-co-host from the ROC podcast. I mean, the guy's won Worlds twice, and he won last year.
I was thinking of saying Alex.
Yeah, Alex didn't do very good last year, though, or at this year's Rock that he went to.
Yeah.
All these guys are listening to us right now, and they're so upset.
I doubt any of them give a fuck what we say or even listen to this podcast.
This is true.
Oh, man.
They're all listening to Clickscast. Oh.
Shots fired over here. They're gonna get us
Shots
so
fired
many.
at ourselves.
Alright, counting entities. This is the last question. Counting entities, what's the most pieces on a team?
Counting entities. 7.
That's probably a safe bet.
9.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
A 6-figure team with 3 entities.
I'm gonna go...
Actually.
I'll go 6 since Drew did 7.
I like how I have the highest answer anytime numbers are involved.
Alright, for those at home that want to play the game along with us, go through those questions, send them to our Gmail or our Facebook. I'm obviously not going to read all your answers on air because that'll take forever. But I will say who got the closest just for
That'll
shits and
be
giggles,
fun.
just for bragging rights. So if you guys want to answer the questions and then send us an email or a PM.
Tell you what, here, if we have any shirts left over after Gen Con, I'll pay for one shirt if the person pays shipping, whoever gets closest to it.
That's fair. Alright, so the questions, number 1 was, out of the 16 teams, how many have entities? Number 2, what piece will be on the most teams?
And that's figures, so character.
What figure will be on the most teams? Number 3, what resource will be played on the most teams? Number 4, what theme team will we see the most out of the top 16? Number 5... What was number 5?
Number of Colossals.
Number of Colossals in the top 16. Number 6,
4.
the most entities on a top 16 team. Number 7, what player will get the farthest? You can do real name or realms handle for us. And then number 8, what are the most figures we will see on a single team? Entities are included. So those are 8 questions. Send your answers to our email.
Does the second question include entities? Which figure is going to be?
No. Second question, which figure will we see the most? That entities are not included on that. It's actual figures. So
I was going to say that'd be 2.
for example, I said split lip, Drew said bullseye, and Austin said black talon. That was a toss up. Any of those 3
Oh, dude.
to me.
And the best part is, I bet it's going to be none of those.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's actually no. We have one more. I thought.
One more question for me.
Well, first of all, he has. Oh God, look at this guy asking these hard questions. Number 5. What's your favorite sitcom of all time?
Oh, fucking
For me, it's Scrubs. That's easy for me.
Yeah, I'm going with Scrubs.
Scrubs.
Drew, you better not be shit-talking Scrubs under your breath.
Scrubs.
I'm gonna kill
Austin just fucking hit me. So, I'm about to get in trouble for murder.
him. Shit on his chest while you're at it.
I fucking will.
That's his calling card.
Like the wet bandits from
The
Home
worst-
Alone.
The worst part is he just admits this on the podcast, and all the police are like, all these cold cases make perfect sense.
Murders people.
The case of the chest shitter has come to an end.
Oh my god, we just.
What was the
lost
question?
that
What's
for
my
viewers.
favorite sitcom?
What's your favorite sitcom?
Sitcoms suck in general.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I don't necessarily either.
Fuck.
And I don't really consider Scrubs to be one, but that's the closest that I actually
It's
show and
not
actually
as-
love that I would kind of
I
consider.
don't know,
a
it
sitcom.
kind of is.
Yeah,
It's not-
I think it would fall under that.
If anybody says the Big Bang Theory, I might have to boot you in the face.
Yeah,
But
seriously.
I don't get that show. Sitcom.
Would Seinfeld be considered a sitcom?
Yeah, I'd say
I'd say
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. Seinfeld's a good one too. Alright, and then we do have email from Malcolm
Yay.
from Japan.
The Japanese fan again.
2 questions and an idea for DAO design, which we may actually use this idea for DAO design in the future. For a future DAO design, how about this idea? Design a DAO for a character from a Japanese manga, Japanese cartoon, Japanese movie, or Japanese TV show that is not Yu-Gi-Oh! Since we already did.
We get a lot of submissions that are from.
Yeah, we do get a lot of that stuff. But yeah,
that's not a bad
that's a
idea,
potential one I'll keep in the pocket for later. Questions. Number 1, which power or abilities combination, example, super strength plus charge, do you like the best? And which specific Heroclix does that combo the best?
Pinsai Energy Explosion.
Alright, so Austin says Psychic Blast Energy Explosion. What piece do you like that does that the best?
Man.
If your answer
After hitting Bullseye.
Well, he doesn't naturally have it, though.
Oh, true.
Who naturally
If your
has it?
answer isn't Black Lightning, you don't know what.
I was thinking it was Black Lightning.
Black Lightning.
Mine is Super Senses and Shape Change together. The first one, the one that does it the best, just because he was like the first one to do it, and I love playing him, is Hammer of Thor Venom. Because he has 4 clicks of it, and then after those 4 clicks, he has 4 clicks of Flurry Steel Energy to get back on those clicks.
I will never. The amount of times I've had to fight that piece where I literally have the game. I've never fought that piece and the game hasn't gone to time. That's all I'm gonna say.
So Hammer of Thor Venom is close to my heart on that. Drew, you got a power combination you like?
Charge Blades Flurry.
Charge Flurry Blades. Who you like specifically that does that the best?
Probably Harpy Lady.
That's good.
There's some others.
Sabretooth?
Sabretooth doesn't do that.
I don't know.
Does he?
No.
Does he not have them all at the same time? What's her face? Spiral and Shatterstar both do, I believe.
Yeah.
And Spiral also. Yeah, Spiral's probably the best because Charge, Flurry Blades, and she can reroll her blades once.
Yep. Spiral's great.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, she's fucking nuts.
Spiral's got a damper on her, but her piece is just so
People have
fucking-
forgotten about her because the Dimensional Portal nerf, and she's still a solid piece on her own.
Her down dial is fucking nasty.
Pulse Wave.
Number 2, who's the best tentpole Heroclix in a 300-point game, and who is the best tentpole Heroclix in a 400-point game? He specifies that he means one-man army, not necessarily tentpole.
Sentinel.
So basically, one-man army. Well, the problem with Sentinel is, I guess you could throw a on it.
A resource.
Are you talking about the new Colossal?
Yeah.
Well, it's only 350, 250, or 150.
Oh, and it's one man army, not necessarily temple.
No, I mean you could count resource. You could throw 50
you could
points
throw a
of resource on there
though.
if you wanted. Gauntlet, I guess. I know when you're forgetting though that you actually enjoy and have played multiple times. Absorbing Man Titanium with Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Tiamat.
Tiamat with Gauntlet would be good too.
Iron Man, Iron Patriot is good.
Yes, that is a good one.
God, that one's so good.
Let's do a quick search just
300.
exactly 300 and see what pops up. Oh, the new starter set.
Oh,
Ronin.
new Ronin's fucking.
I haven't played him yet, but the dude is nasty. He is very good at
His
300.
dial is
What's
just.
the Sentinel Alpha 3?
That's the one I was talking about earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's pretty solid, but I don't know about if he's only playing it by himself. Playing by himself, Iron Man, Iron Patriot is a good choice just because of the duo attack
And the
their
fact they ignore all damn rules in the game.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about anything. Dark Phoenix at 300 is not bad.
You know who Bullseye reminds me a lot
Doom
of Iron Man Patriot.
King is pretty solid. Avengers Prime is pretty solid.
Sentry Void.
Not anymore.
I know, but they are still really good.
They are still really
For
good.
300. Ooh, the new Dark Side. That's interesting.
The new Dark Side is good.
He is good, and he spawns Parademons, which would help him out.
So
Oh, Bizarro. No doubt.
Oh, yeah, Bizarro.
Bizarro at 300 points. That's easy.
Just good luck.
Yeah.
Not
with-
even 300 do 250.
Even
in Gauntlet.
without a source of healing, he's nuts.
250 in Gauntlet would be retarded.
Okie dokie. That will do it for us today. If you guys have any more questions about GenCon, then be sure to direct them to our Gmail account, dialh4heroclix@gmail, and follow us on Facebook, where you can ask us questions and contact with us. If you are wanting to get a t-shirt pre-ordered on PayPal, do that on email and Facebook. And then, like I said, if you guys want to participate, Austin's even thrown in. He'll buy a T-shirt for the winner.
A T-shirt for the winner if they pay shipping.
Answer those 8 questions. Make your predictions for GenCon 2014, and we'll see which one of you guys comes the closest. And we'll see which one of us 3 comes the closest and has bragging rights for a whole entire year until we do this again next year. We hope to see you guys out there.
This will thinking we'll be on the air in a year.
This will be.
We said that last year before GenCon.
While I'm thinking about it, next week we will do a cast as always. I will make it happen, but it will probably just be me. I may have a listener guest. Actually, yeah, I'll do a listener guest. I'll check back through my old messages at all the people who wanted to be listener guests. I'll try to get one of you guys to join me Friday for a very quick episode.
If you want, I can call in from GenCon.
On Friday.
True, we wouldn't rob the world of that.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we can interview a separate, or set up a separate...
oh, no. You should call me at GenCon.
On-site reporter in the field.
I am the reporter in the field.
Drew, let's
I was the first LH one to play War of the Light, and I'm going to be...
My man on site.
Going to be your man on site at GenCon.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll set something up. But anyways, I will be doing a cast for you guys next week. But since it's GenCon, it'll be very short. And, so just so you know, you will have something to listen to. But it will not be after GenCon. So we won't know the answers for everything till the week following. So hope to see you guys there. Make sure you stop and say hi to us. If you see us in our shirts Thursday night at the spaghetti dinner, or Saturday, all day long, we'll be at GenCon. We'll be wearing our shirts, and we'll be
stamping and signing shit.
We'll be variously walking around the venue, so say hi to us. And until next week, I'm Hunter.
I'm Austin.
Signing off for my good buddy and my sexy man, Austin and Drew.
Hi.
I think this is the guy, Drew Austin. I don't know if you know him. He's on podcast.
Oh,
My little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk.
Who on the chest?
I shake my little tush on the catwalk.
Who on the chest?